The invasion of Cuba took place between 4–5 August and 9 December 1742 during the War of Jenkins Ear.A. A combined army and naval force under the command of Admiral Edward Vernon and Major General Thomas Wentworth arrived off Cuba and fortified positions around the landing site at Cumberland Bay. Despite facing no serious opposition, neither commander felt prepared to advance on the Spanish settlement at Santiago de Cuba. Harassed by guerrilla raids and with a mounting sick list, the British finally evacuated the island after several months of inactivity. Background: Vernon had made an unsuccessful attempt to capture Cartagena in 1741, and after his repulse he directed the fragments of his sickly and dispirited followers against the island of Cuba. The south and east of Cuba were so little populated, and so far from the capital, Havana, that they might have made a permanent establishment there. Vernon's expedition. The land forces consisted of the remnants of the troops from Cartagena, some 3,000 British and North American colonial troops, augmented by 1,000 Jamaican blacks. Vernon left Port Royal to capture Santiago de Cuba with the following ships: HMS Boyne-80, HMS Alderney, HMS Phaeton, HMS Strombolo, HMS Vesuvius, HMS Bonetta, HMS Triton, HMS Princess Royal, HMS Scarborough, HMS Pompey. 40 transports carrying 4,000 troops under Major General Thomas Wentworth. The battle. On the night of 4–5 August, the British redcoats and 1,000 black troops from Jamaica landed in 3 different beaches of the Guantanamo Bay. Without opposition, they marched against the village of La Catalina. However, the invaders, 65 miles short of their objective, slowed down 3 days later because of the growing concerns of the commander, Major General Thomas Wentworth. Santiago's Governor Francisco Caxagel de la Vega, garrison commander Carlos Rivera-Aguero, and local militia captain Pedro Guerrero had only 350 regulars and 600 militia to hand, and so retreated from the British. Nevertheless, Wentworth's army became paralyzed by fatigue and disease, spending the next 4 months encamped, being sporadically raided by Spanish guerrillas. Vernon, disgusted at his colleagues' inactivity, but unwilling to risk any part of the fleet against the town, sent warships to cruise independently until Wentworth's sick list grew so long, 2,260 soldiers being struck with fever by the 5th of December, that the expedition was re-embarked, setting sail at dawn on the 9th of December and returning to Port Royal 10 days later. Aftermath. Admiral Vernon's enterprise accomplished nothing but the loss of many of his soldiers and his own disgrace. Vernon was forced to return to Britain in 1742. Bibliography. Pears, Richard. War and Trade in the West Indies. Oxford University Press. 1936. ISBN 0-7146-1943-4. Richmond, H. W. The Navy in the War of 1739–48. Vo. 1. Cambridge University Press. 1920. David E. Marley, Wars of the Americas, A Chronology of Armed Conflict in the New World, 1492 to the Present. ABC Clio Inc. 1998. ISBN 0-87436-837-5. Beatson, Robert. Naval and Military Memoirs of Great Britain from 1727 to 1783. London. Volume I and Volume 3, 1801. Coke, Thomas. A History of the West Indies.